So hi guys, I welcome you again to my YouTube channel GN Science Solutions. So in today's video we're gonna do part 4 of the chapter Cell. Before we start the video, guys, go subscribe my channel and also on the notification bell so that you can be aware when I post a video. Share it with your friends and like the video if you like the way I teach you. You can comment below or DM me on Instagram for your doubts. Also, extra notes available with me. You can get it by just DM me on Instagram ID mentioned below. Those who have not seen other parts of this video, lecture, chapter cell, the links given in my description box. Go check it first, then you can see the part 4 of this chapter. Thank you. So now let's start. So hi guys, today we're gonna start part 4 of our chapter cell. So today's our topic is cell. How many cells a human body contains? We say cell is a very small structure unit of our body, means in every part of our body is containing number of thousands of cells, means each part, each bone, each each organs are made up of cells. So let's see how many cells are there in our human body. Okay, in not only in human body but in every organism. Okay, so bigger an organism, greater is the number of cells in its body. How much a greater means how much, if we say now, some have height of just 5'3" and some have 5'7", 5'9", and some have 6 also. So let me tell you, bigger an organisms means cell would be less in 5'7" but larger in 6'1". That is the topic, that is the only main point. How many cells? The bigger an organism, the greater the cells of the number of cells in the body. Okay, so let's just see in the all living organism how many cells are there. First is single celled organism. Many small plants and animals are made up of just one single cell, means many plants are there, many animals are there that are made up of only single cell. There is no other than a single cell, mean only one single cell would be there, not any 2 cells or 3 cells or thousands of cells, only one cell. Example you can see is bacteria, yeast and amoeba. You can see bacteria on the Google. If you want to see, you gonna see is just small green structure, bacteria of green color, that is of green color bacteria, and that is a single cell. And bacteria are also not visible with our naked eyes, that are also discovered or just observed under the microscope. Okay, so bacteria, yeast, amoeba, these three are the single celled animals or plants. Okay, and they just contain one cell. Fine. And second we have few celled. Few celled means they have just few, not much, not thousands of cells, hundreds of cells they have just. Okay, some very small plant and animals are made up of relatively fewer number of cells, just a few hundred or a few thousand cells. Just you can say is there only we have two bacteria, or you can say plants and animals that are made up of few cells, that are only two. Okay, one is made up of, means they are made up of few hundred cells or few thousand cells. Thousand cells would not go in lakhs. In our body we have billions and millions of cells, but in these few celled animals or plants they just have hundreds or thousands of cells, nothing more than that. Okay, example is Volvox and Spreogyra. The Spreogyra is a plant and Volvox is a animal. They just contain few hundred cells or few thousand cells. Okay, now let's see multi-celled. Multi-celled means many types of, they would contain different types of cells, plus they would have billions and millions of cells. Okay, you can see I gonna show you few celled. Few celled means they just have one type of cell, but the cells are hundreds or thousand. One cell is only one cell, they contain no any kind. So in few cell they have hundred and thousand cells, but similar kind of cells. In multicelled they have are many type of cells, many type of cells, and each type of cell is trillion millions time. Okay, just you see, most plants and animals we see around us, including our cells, are made up of millions and billions of cells. I gonna give example of this also. I can tell you experimentally how is it. Okay, just understand what is multicell. Multicelled is the organisms, plants that are very great in height, weight, and they contain large quantity of cells. Like we have human beings, we are multicellular. Like we have cat, multicellular. Dog, multicellular. Trees, multicellular. Mango tree, you can take. Rose plant, you can take strawberry plant, you can take Christmas tree. All are cellular, multicellular plants. They have different type of cells, plus they are in million and trillions of number. Okay, for extra knowledge, just for extra knowledge, nothing of your business till now, just for extra knowledge, you remember it. An average size adult, average size means 25 or 30-year human being consists of approximately, that's approx, not confirmed, because every cell has different height, weights, they contain different number of cells, but this is approx. That means 37.2 trillion cells would be there, must and must it would be there. उससे ज़्यादा चाहे हो जाए कम नहीं होगा. Means it can exceed to 37.2 trillion cells, but it can't decrease. Okay, 37.2 trillion cells a human being contains in the whole body. In the whole body it has. Okay, 100 billion nerve cells in the human body. Nerve cells means that are present in our nerves, or you can say you can say nerves, present in nerves, that are called nerve cells, and that are 100 billion in our body. You can see our body is just small, but how these 100 billion of nerve cells are present? Because cells are very small. You can just think in your mind how small they would be. 4 to 6 million red blood cells per cubic millimeter of blood, and 7,000 white blood cells per cubic millimeter of blood. You can just imagine as if you have a small bit of blood now, you can say sometimes we got hurt, just a little hurt, like you can say one cut on your finger, the blood is cubic millimeter of blood. Okay, if it get a one drop, that is millimeter of blood. Okay, in that millimeter of blood now, only 4 to 6 million red blood cells are there and 7,000 white blood cells are there. Just think how much blood we have in our body and how much cells it would be there. Okay, and 100 billion nerve cells we have, and in total how many cells we have in our body is 37.2 trillion cells. Okay, now next topic we have is cells. How small are the cells? As we know, cells how small, just the topic is cells how small, how much small are they? Okay, as we just know, cells are very small and are only seen with the microscope, that are that much small that we can't see with our naked eyes. I told you before also, they just can be seen under the microscope. Okay, smallest cells are the bacteria, the very small cell in this world. Till now, in the existence world, till now we have bacteria cell, and that is 0.3 to 5 micrometer. That's the smallest unit in our existence of earth, that is 0.3 to 5 micrometer. And red blood cells in the human body are just about 7 micrometer. Means you can say is almost every cell even in our human body is about 7 micrometer, just minimum 7 micrometer. There can be maximum, like nerve cells are the longest cells in our body, so they can be about to 10 to 12 micrometer. I'm not sure, but I guess it was 10 to 12 micrometer. But the bacteria is that small from that also, because it is 0.3 to 0.3 to 5.0 micrometer. Okay, bacteria is the smallest cell. That's why I told bacteria only is single celled. Means bacteria is just this much 0.3 to 5.0 in length and length or height, you can say. It has just that much size, bacteria, because it is a single cell. Second is, longest cells are the nerve cells. I just told you, in our body longest are the nerve cells. Imagine a nerve cell extending from your fingertip up to the spinal cord inside your backbone. Fingertip you can take fingertip you can take off your toes, or just take from off your hand, but before hand it would be small. So take fingertip of your toes, of your feet. Okay, and the feet you gonna take toes now. Just imagine uh, your finger to thumb. From that tip, a nerve cell exceeding going to the spinal cord. You know the spinal cord of inside your backbone, that is spinal cord. And from from your fingertip till the backbone, a nerve cell is there. That long the nerve cell is, so it is known as the longest nerve cell in our human body. Longest cell in our human body is nerve cell. Okay, and then we have is largest cell. Okay, first we told you the smallest cell in our uh, around us. Smallest cell is of bacteria, that is 0.3 to 5 micrometer, and red blood cells which are present in human body, that is 7 micrometer. Then we talked about longest, that is the nerve cell. And then largest we have is eggs of the bird. Eggs of the bird is a single cell. That also cell egg is very big, so you can say it is a largest cell. Okay, largest cell are the bird's egg, actually the central yellow sphere ostrich egg before development begins in it is the largest single cell of the living world today. The white abdomen of the egg and the eggshell are extra parts added to the actual egg as if passes down the reproductive tract. Okay, now let me explain you. If you're gonna see egg now and cut it from the center, then you're gonna get yellow part from the egg. That yellow part from the egg is cell of the bird. Means that gonna grow into a bird. That is the single cell. You can imagine how big it is. Okay, so that cell is the largest cell. But ostrich egg is very large, very large. Ostrich egg is the very largest egg in the uh, environment of our, okay, in the world. It is the largest egg, ostrich egg. And in that also na, it has a very big yellow part. That is what we call yellow part. We call, I don't know what we call, but it is yellow sphere, yellow part na. So that is the very largest cell of, so we can say largest cell is ostrich egg cell, that is yellow part. Longest is nerve cell. If they're gonna ask you now what is largest cell, you just write ostrich egg. Don't say ostrich egg yellow part. Okay, just write ostrich egg. And longest is nerve cell, smallest is the bacteria and red blood cells. Okay, now we're gonna see if the cells are small, what we're gonna get from that. Means efficiency. Why cells are that small? They are said that if the cell, means how much a small a cell would be there na, that much efficiency, that much importance it would give you, that much practically system they would give you. I can explain in Hindi. जितने छोटे सेल होंगे ना, उतनी ज़्यादा उसकी एफिशिएंसी, उतना ज़्यादा वो काम करेगा, उतना ज़्यादा वो आपके लिए इफ़ेक्टिव होगा. Smallness of cell, greater efficiency. Okay, how much a small a cell is, that much the greater would be efficiency. You can say bacteria is the smallest cell. In bacteria, they have a great efficiency, the greatest efficiency in the world. Okay, so you can say that bacteria is the smallness of cell is directly proportional to a greatness efficiency. How much a cell would be small, that much greatness of efficiency it would get. Okay, see, cells generally remain small in size, and this is because of two main reasons. They are saying that cells are generally small in size. Almost every cell have small size. Okay, but only the largest is means bird's eggs. So almost every cell is small in size, and these have two reason. They said. Okay, let's study the first reason. Different regions of a cell can communicate with each other rapidly for the cell to function effectively. Okay, cell has many structure in it. We will study in the next topic. Next parts of the cells also we will gonna study. So we gonna say is different regions of cell can communicate with each other rapidly for the cell to function effectively. Why? Because if the cell would be small now, the message would pass that great with that great speed. This cell is small, so it will pass the message with that great speed. If the cell would big, that speed would be getting lower. Okay, so they can say how the small the cell is, they're gonna work that effectively. Got understood? Second is, cells have larger surface area or volume ratio for greater diffusion of substance in and out of the cells. Cells have larger surface area means they have very large surface area or volume ratio, you can say, for greater diffusion of substance in and out of the cell. There should be some space out of the cell also to get the diffusion of the things, and in also. Okay, and in they have many materials before also. Okay, so they don't need that much place. So how small they would get now, the space they would cover would be that small only, so that things can be diffused outside also. For that, I know second point is some difficult. For that I have sorry for that I have a picture for you, that is this one. You can see. Okay, small size of a cell present a larger surface area or volume ratio. You can just understand it by this. Okay, that is, you can see um carbon dioxide getting outside, oxygen getting in, water getting in, nutrients getting out, water getting outside, waste getting outside, other substances also getting in and out. Okay, now it is a diagram, but let's study about the point, then only you gonna get understand the diagram. Okay, the largest surface area relative to volume of the ratio ensures greater diffusion of the larger surface area relative to the volume of the ratio ensure greater diffusion. The large surface area, okay, you say that if the let me explain in Hindi only, you gonna not get in English that thing. Okay, that is some difficult topic. Now let me tell you. You just imagine this round and round cells. How I gonna tell you? These round cells. Okay, these are the round cells. All cells are that much in size, and one is placed over here. Here, sorry, sorry guys, sorry. Actually, now I have a problem in telling you that, but I gonna tell you. However, you can see his one hair cell, one hair cell, one here, one here, one here, one here. Okay, if this cell is producing carbon dioxide, okay, this cell is producing carbon dioxide. That carbon dioxide would be produced from here also. Oxygen getting here, nutrients getting here, means one cell is giving nutrients to this cell, then it is just further you can say dividing the nutrients and that. So you can say larger surface area produced just equal to them, means you can say कि जितना ज़्यादा लार्जर सरफेस एरिया होगा उनके आसपास उतना ज़्यादा उनके लिए एफिशिएंसी होगी, उतने ज़्यादा न्यूट्रिएंट सेल के अंदर जाएंगे, उतने फास्ट जा सकते हैं ना. हाँ, मेटाबॉलिक वेस्ट फ्रॉम द इंटीरियर ऑफ टू द आउटसाइड ऑफ द सेल, उतनी जल्दी मेटाबॉलिक वेस्ट बाहर निकलेगा अगर वो स्मॉल होगा तो. बड़ा होगा तो उसको इतना ज़्यादा ही टाइम लगेगा. रेस्पिरेटरी गैस दैट इज ऑक्सीजन इनटू द सेल एंड कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड आउटसाइड ऑफ द सेल, means रेस्पिरेटरी गैसेस दैट ऑक्सीजन उतना ही ज़्यादा टाइम लेगी अंदर जाने के लिए, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड उतना ही टाइम लेगा बाहर आने के लिए. तो जितना छोटा होगा उतनी जल्दी वो जा सकते हैं और बाहर आ सकते हैं. ओके, एनी डैमेज टू द सेल कैन बी इजली रिपेयर्ड. अगर छोटा है सेल तो उसकी रिपेयर ना इजली हो जाती है. अगर वो बड़ा होगा ना उतना ही ज़्यादा टाइम उसका रिपेयर लेने में लेगा और हमारी बॉडी का कोई मतलब नहीं रह जाएगा. ओके, so guys, today we gonna stop our lecture here. So what we studied today is cells. How many cells are single celled, few celled, multi celled? Okay, and I told you for extra knowledge how many cell we have in our whole body. Okay, then I told you cells how small are the cells in different organisms. Then I told the smallness of cells डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू ग्रेटर एफिशिएंसी. दैट मच जितना छोटा सेल होगा उतनी ज़्यादा एफिशिएंसी बढ़ेगी. दिस इज़ अ slide for that only, on that topic only. Just no need to remember it, just for your extra knowledge I have given you. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, like the video, share it with your friends. In case of any doubt you can comment below, or if you have any doubt that you wanna concern it with me, just personally DM me on Instagram ID given in my description box, and I also have extra notes of this chapter. If you want to check it, just DM me on Instagram and I will provide it to you. Okay, so bye guys, take care, and we'll meet in the next video.